Yeah.
Man, I thought his kids played hard last night.
Did. I think they played hard ever since they got the riffraff out, you know.
High School in Ola, Arkansas. We're glad to have you along with us for today's broadcast. Today's game on the Arkansas Sports Network is being brought to you by the Arkansas Army National Guard, by Razor Polish, by Arvest Bank, by Farm Credit of Western Arkansas, and by H&R Block. Now, let's send it out to the gym for all of the action.
Hello and welcome to Two Rivers High School for Day 2 of the 3A-5 District Tournament. We're going to the National Anthem. We're going to go to a quick break, and when we come back, we'll set the scene. Shane Martin and Brad Caldwell bringing you all the action here. We'll be back here in just a moment. Back here at Two Rivers High School as we're getting ready to bring you the first game of Day 2, and this is regional round. This is winner moves on to regional. We actually have 4 teams that have advanced to regionals on the boys and the girls side, 2 on the girls and 2 on the boys, Lamar and Mayflower on the girls, and Baptist Prep, and who's the other one, Shane, on the boys side, the number 2 seed? Mayflower.
That was Mayflower.
Mayflower. So tonight is regional round, and so we're glad to have you along here. We want you to share this with your friends. Make sure to let them know that you're watching right here on the Arkansas Sports Network on both Facebook and YouTube. And right now I'm going to turn it over to Shane Martin, who's going to be doing the play-by-play for today. I'll be bringing you your color, and glad to have you along, Shane.
I appreciate that, Brad, and I'm excited to be here, part of y'all's Arkansas Sports Network, the we'll call it the mother company of your Russellville Sports Network.
Yes.
But I really appreciate the opportunity to come over here. And this is an exciting day over here. It's get your ticket punch day over here. I mean, there's 4 teams that are going to get their ticket punched today.
Yes.
And it's an exciting day. Tension will be high. We may see a little bit of nervousness out here today. But, you know, it'll settle down, and these teams will go at it. And our first one here today, Brad, Baptist Prep and Perryville, their 2 meetings this year kind of owned by Baptist Prep. They beat Perryville 63-30 in the first one, and 53-44 kind of dominated them. But that goes back to the old saying, it's hard to beat a team 3 times in a year.
Absolutely. It is going to be tough for them to beat. And, of course, we already experienced that last night with Jessieville and Dover. Dover did actually win for the 3rd time. That was a really good ball game. Right. Jessieville won that game, or what was winning that game for most of it. Dover was able to pull it out. But you're right, that always plays a factor when you're going into the district tournament about that 3rd time. And this one's a big one. This is the most important one because the winner gets to keep playing. The other one's turning their jersey in.
That's right. And the winner of this one, you get the number 1 seed. You're going to play the Lamar Lady Warriors, and that is a very tough task, as we've seen this year. They only fell once in the conference. So the winner of this one will get that regional ticket punch and then get to take on the number 1 seed.
Absolutely. And so, of course, that Lamar Lady Warrior team, they're number 1 seed for a reason. They're a very good team. But I know that both of these 2 teams are ready to get their shot in.
All right, Perryville controlled the tip, and it is Cammie Christie with it out front, and she's trying to penetrate down the baseline. She'll be cut off, and now she gets it down on the block, and the layup is good by Makai McKinney.
McKinney had a great game yesterday. Also, Cammie Christie, both of them really did a good job for the Lady Mustangs.
Lady Mustangs put a little pressure on here, and the one thing about the Baptist Prep Lady Eagles is they love that three-pointer, but they go inside right off the bat and draw the foul.
Yes, we saw that a couple weeks back when they played Atkins. One of the best basketball
right.
games we've seen all year between Atkins and Baptist Prep. And a high-level, well-played ball game in that one. And you're right, they loved the 3 that night. That was for sure.
The first free throw by Maddie Sandage is good. She'll have one more heirloom legal free throw, and it is good. She nails them both. We're tied at 2. Now we're going to have a little token pressure, but it's man-to-man by the Lady Eagles, and this is Christie with it.
Eagles throwing a little box and 1 right now. They're throwing it at Reagan Henderson.
And now we're going to have a jump ball as they got it down inside to McKinney. Jump ball, and it will go the Lady Eagles' way.
Face guarding Henderson, it's an interesting strategy. One of the things I say for Perryville is they actually have several girls that can hurt you.
And the Lady Eagles beat the press quickly down the floor, but now they'll pull it back out into the corner. And they get it up top, and that is Hope Burnett up top. She is one of their big-time scorers for the Lady Eagles. She kicks it over to Stewart. Stewart's going to have it stolen by Riley Almond. Now Christie comes across the timeline into the corner to McKinney. Now back up top to Rudolph. Rudolph at the free throw line gets it back to Christie. Christie comes around the screen. She's going to be cut off. And now she brings it back out on the wing, gets it down on Almond. Almond's going to draw a foul.
Nice job there by Perryville getting it inside, trying to get a good shot. They didn't make the shot, but they get to go to the free throw line.
That one's going to be on Slayton, their inside presence. And Slayton, the 2 games that I've seen her this year against the Lady Red Devils, she absolutely put on shows. First free throw by Almond is good. She'll have one more heirloom legal service free throw here. And second one is no good, rebounded by Slayton. Slayton kicks it out Burnett, but it's going to be a turnover as she threw it a little high. Burnett couldn't get it.
That's going to be an interesting watch today. Perryville threw a lot of pressure at Two Rivers yesterday. Looked like they're going to do a little bit more of the full court press again today against Baptist Prep.
Here's a jumper inside, no good. That was McKinney with it, but they get the offensive board. Here's Christie, penetrates, kicks it out. McKinney now back to Christie. Christie going to reset. Now she gets it to Rudolph. Rudolph, free throw line, it's cut off. Almond has it. Almond at the top of the key, trying to penetrate. Gets it back to Rudolph. Rudolph, good defense here by the Lady Eagles. And Almond now bounce past baseline, and that is no good. Shot by Rudolph, but that was pretty good defense there by the Lady Eagles.
Good defense, good cut by Rudolph, too. Just didn't finish the shot off there.
Here's Burnett with it up top. You have to pay attention to Hope Burnett. She will fire it from anywhere. Slayton kicks it out to Knight. Knight's going to let that thing fly. Woo! It's good. That's a Farm Credit three-point basket by Sydney Knight.
My goodness. Just pulled it right in front of her face there. No dribble, no nothing. Just shoot it.
That's right. This is McKinney. McKinney's is no good, and here comes Knight out with it. Knight off and running, kicks it to Burnett. Burnett penetrates down the lane. Goes up. Bucket is no good. Slayton with the offensive board. Her putback no good. Slayton again. Stick back good. Slayton doing the work inside.
Absolutely.
7-3 now. Lady Eagles lead. Henderson lets that thing fly from Dardanelle. And Slayton with the board. And Slayton will draw a foul. That one's going to be on McKinney.
McKinney's got to be careful on a little frustration foul there. That's what that amounted to right there. Perryville pulling that press up.
Here we go. This is Knight with it. Knight needing help. Now she throws it sideline down to Burnett. Burnett back to Knight. Now they get it inside to Sandage. Sandage in the corner, and here's a three, and it is good. That is Josie Stewart, Farm Credit three-point basket.
Well, like you said, they love that three-point line, and so far in the first quarter, they're showing that.
Boy, and they are quick with their shots. Here's Rudolph trying to penetrate. Rudolph's bank shot is good. Nice little penetration runner there by Rudolph. And here's that press. You got to be careful with it. Lady Eagles kind of sloppy right now. And they do break it. They get it to Maddie Sandage. Now Sandage gets it to Josie Stewart. Josie at the top of the key gets it to Sandage. Down inside Slayton. Slayton, bank shot is good. Nice post move by Olivia Slayton.
Good start here by Baptist Prep.
Well, it is.
Great offense here against the Perryville defense.
Here's Almond with it. Almond kicks it out. Christie has it now. Back to Almond. Almond's shot is short as Slayton cut her off. And Sandage come away with it. Now gets it off to Stewart. Stewart's going to be double teamed. Here's the steal. Press pays off. Rudolph, bank shot, good.
That's where Perryville's going to have to make their money today. In the half-court set right now, they're not having any success, but making that defense turn into offense is where it's going to be for them.
And the Lady Eagles have looked careless with it a couple of times. Slayton now has it, and she kicks it in the corner to Stewart. Stewart nice back move. Inside. Sandage, bucket, good.
Nice move there by Sandage.
It's 14-7, Lady Eagles over the Lady Mustangs.
This is a much better start than what we had yesterday, Shane.
This action's fast and furious here. Now there's going to be a foul bump. And that's going to be on Hope Burnett. So the Mustangs will inbounds underneath the goal. Rudolph looking for help. And gets it in. Now they kick it up top to Megan Wood. Megan, who just checked in the game. Here's a jumper in the lane by Almond. Good. She didn't know if she wanted it, but then she took it at the end. And Lady Eagles are going to take a timeout. It's going to be a 30-second one. We'll take a break. You're watching 3A-5 District Tournament on the Arkansas Sports Network. We're back here at the 3A-5 district tournament in Two Rivers. It is 14-9. Lady Eagles over the Lady Mustangs here. Game 1 of 4 today. Stewart breaks the press, gets it to Burnett, now to Sandage. And they get it back up top to Knight. Here's Burnett. Burnett's yet to take a shot, and that's kind of uncommon. And I was about to speak too soon. She looked like she wanted to pull it. Here's Knight. Knight coming around a screen from Sandage. Here's a little pressure by the Mustangs. And there's the steal. As the pass was tipped, and it was stolen by McKinney.
Perryville's turned the defense up here as of late, getting themselves back into the ball game here.
And it's like you said earlier, it's going to take some turnovers. They're going to have to force the issue.
Well, it's really two different contrasting styles, a little more of a half-court style from Prep. And Perryville runs a little more athletic.
And there's Reagan Henderson getting on the board with a Farm Credit three-point basket. Here's Burnett. Burnett gets it to Sandage. And going to hand it back off to Burnett. Going down the sideline, gets to the baseline, cut off. And now, almost a steal. But Knight gets in the lane. Shot, no good. Slayton, offensive board, good, count it. And she'll have a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play.
Slayton battling down there right now, and Perryville really doesn't have anybody to really match up with her.
So count the basket. She'll be at the line for a Heirloom Legal Service free throw. 16-12. Baptist Prep leading Perryville. Blair Yeager is now checked in for the Lady Eagles. Slayton's free throw is no good, and that is rebounded by Alyssa Rudolph. We're nearing the 1 minute mark here in the first quarter. Here's Megan Wood. She's going to let that three fly, and it's good. Farm Credit, three-point basket. Megan Wood.
She just let that fly wide open, stroked it.
Here's Sandage. They get it across the timeline. We're under a minute now. Yeager with it. Back to Stewart. Stewart trying to penetrate, cut off, gets it off to Yeager. Yeager, and there's almost a careless pass, but Burnett gets it to Slayton. Bucket good. That's a nice feed. Burnett to Slayton.
Good job by Baptist Prep offense. Perryville was overplaying a little bit. They took advantage of that overplay. Got an easy bucket right there.
There's more points in this first quarter than y'all had in the first half yesterday in game 1.
Yes.
Almond, and her shot is blocked by Burnett in the middle. We're coming on 20 seconds, and here's the fast break by the Eagles. Burnett all the way down, layup good.
It's a good sign, though, for the rest of the games.
That's right. Here's Rudolph. Christie lets that three fly, and it's good.
Come on.
Farm Credit three-point basket. Christie for the Mustangs. And that's going to bring it in to a fast and furious first quarter here in Two Rivers at the 3A-5 district tournament. It's Baptist Prep 20, Perryville 18. You're watching on the Arkansas Sports Network.
Farm Credit supports rural communities and agriculture with reliable, consistent credit and financial services. Good times and bad. We provide loans to farmers and ranchers, farmer-owned cooperatives, buyers, agribusinesses, and infrastructure providers. As cooperatives, we're locally owned. We help agricultural producers feed the world. For America's farmers, Farm Credit supporting rural communities and agriculture. Learn more today.
Back here at the 3A-5 district tournament in Two Rivers, and what a wild and fast and furious and some great shooting first quarter here, and it's Baptist Prep 20, Perryville 18.
Well, this is what you expect from a 4-5 game in the district tournament. And I'll say this about this conference. This girls' conference is pretty strong. So being a 5 in this conference, you're still a pretty good team.
Right. It is Mustangs ball to start out the second quarter here. They get it inside to Almond, back out to Rudolph. And here's a three by Henderson. It's good. Farm Credit three-point basket, Reagan Henderson.
My goodness.
And here's that press, but they break it, get it to Slayton. Slayton kicks it out to Burnett. Burnett all the way in the lane. Runner, good.
Wow.
We are going bucket for bucket here.
You better be sharing this with somebody. This is a heck of a girls' basketball game right now.
22-21, Eagles leading. Rudolph with it. Kicks it out. Christie's going to let that thing fly, and it's good. Farm Credit three-point basket. Christie, 24-22. We're going to have a timeout by Prep, 30-second timeout. You're watching 3A-5 District Tournament on the Arkansas Sports Network. Back here at Two Rivers, 3A-5 District Tournament, and boys, I'm telling you, we got a barn burner going on. Teams are swapping bucket for bucket, and it's 24-22 now. Perryville Lady Mustangs leading the Lady Eagles from Baptist Prep.
And Perryville's strategy right now, speed up Baptist Prep.
Right.
Right now, Prep's handling it, though.
And there is a way to break the press as they went down and got the layup there by Mary Bennett.
Now, if you can't be a fan of this kind of basketball, you're not a fan of it.
That was textbook break the press. Here's Almond with the free throw line. Boy, she had to cut. Rudolph still come up with it, missed the layup. And it is rebounded by Stewart. Stewart to Slayton. Slayton was unaware that McKinney was coming up from behind. There's the steal.
I'm just going to say this, and this is my throwing this out there early enough in this ball game to make a prediction. I think the speed of this game, if it continues to keep up, is a big-time advantage for Perryville.
I agree with you. I will agree. Here's Rudolph, penetrates in the lane, kicks it out.
That's
Christie's wide open, and there it is. Farm Credit, three-point basket. Wow. 27-24, Lady Mustangs.
This Farm Credit three-point update's about to get fun here in just a second.
They get it inside Bennett. Bennett drives, has her shot blocked by Almond, steps on the line when she recovered it. It will go to the Mustangs.
Cammie Christie's 4 of 4 for 3 right now.
Wow. Wow.
Got another timeout.
We've got a timeout, 30-second timeout. So with that, we'll take a break. You're watching 3A-5 District Tournament on the Arkansas Sports Network.
Great Depression. Nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Back here at Two Rivers, 3A-5 District Tournament. It is 27-24, Perryville Lady Mustangs over the Baptist Prep Lady Eagles.
So Farm Credit three-point update right now. We've got 7 three-pointers made on Perryville's side, and we've got 3 on Baptist Prep's side right now.
Oh, wow. Here is Henderson. Henderson gets it down the baseline, tried to get it down to McKinney, and it was knocked away. We're going to have a jump ball as Stewart tied it up, and it will go to the Lady Eagles.
You know, and we talked about Baptist Prep as being the team that relied on the three-pointer so much, but 21 of the 27 points from Perryville's come from the three-point line.
Here's Burnett. Burnett is going to pull it out as she was cut off, didn't have anything, gets it up top to Yeager. Yeager kicks it over to Knight. Knight back to Yeager. And honestly, it looks like they're letting everybody catch their breath for a minute. Here's Yeager with it. Oh, down baseline to Bennett. Bennett, tried to go inside the Sandage. Nice idea, but the pass was errant, and it goes out of bounds to the Mustangs.
The execution was there except for the catch of the pass. And it was a nice diagonal pass, nice little setup there. Perryville's got a chance here to get 2-possession lead here for the first time.
We're about 5.5 left in the first half. Here's Allman with it at the free throw line. Rudolph needing help, and it's going to hand it off to Christie. Christie Trying to penetrate.
Nice.
She does all the way. She got around on the screen and hit the layup.
And guess what? When you hit three-pointers like you do, they overplay it.
Right.
You get a layup.
And there's a turnover right there as it goes out of bounds on the pass from Bennett to Sandage.
And again, say the pace of this game really favors Perryville right now. And you know, and I say this as a team that basically in the conference, I'd say overall athletically, I don't know there's a more athletic girls team than Perryville.
That's right. Rudolph. And they're setting their offensive play. Rudolph gets it inside. McKinney hand off to Rudolph. Rudolph trap, but gets the bank shot. Rudolph, little spin move underneath, and this thing is a 7-point lead now for the Mustangs.
I'm trying to think here. I think the score was 12-5 Baptist Prep, so that's a 26-12 run here that Perryville's on right now.
I believe you're right. Slayton down low. Sandage shot. No good, but Sandage is going to draw the foul. So Maddie Sandage will be at the line for 2 free throws. Brought to you by H&R Block. First one is no good. She'll have one more. Kate Wood is checking in now for the Lady Mustangs as Allman will get a breather. Next one, no good. She missed them both. And here comes Reagan Henderson with it. Reagan over to Rudolph. Back to Henderson. Rudolph has it now, looking in down to the corner. McKinney. Nice cut by Rudolph, but she's cut off by Slayton. And now a little double team on the baseline, and there's the turnover. So good defense by the Eagles, but it's not stopping the Mustangs.
Got to be careful.
But they got that foul.
A little over-aggressive right there in the backcourt. Got to make sure you get both hands on that ball. You got to show that ref
Right.
you got both hands on that ball if you're going to get that jump ball. Camden West checking in for Perryville.
So here's the press again. As Slayton. That's how you break it. Burnett has it on the block and draws the foul.
Beautiful. Nice job. Prep has done that a couple times. They've passed through the press. Hadn't even put the ball on the floor, so they're doing a good job getting there. Sometimes getting the ball in the bucket has been a problem.
That's always the coaches will say that's the textbook way. If that ball doesn't touch the floor. Burnett's first free throw is good. Burnett's free throws brought to you by H&R Block. Hits the first one. She'll have one more. Lead is cut to 6. Burnett, second one is good. Cuts it to 5. 3.
And the H&R Block free throw update right now is Baptist Prep is 4 of 6, and Perryville is 1 of 2.
Henderson down on the block, and they kick it out to West, and now Henderson has it over to Christie. Christie to West. West is going to get in trouble in that corner, but she comes back with it to Christie. Henderson. Looks like the Eagles trying to turn up the intensity on defense, but there's a deep three is no good, and the rebound was tipped out to Stewart. Stewart to Burnett. Burnett drives, draws the foul.
Now, if you're Christie on this other end here, you've hit 4 of them. Don't let that one miss deter you. Shoot it again. Find a good shot, though. Prep, again, they're on the attack. They're doing a pretty good job, again, against the press, getting them to the free throw line once again.
Burnett, first free throw is good. Her free throw is brought to you by H&R Block. She'll have one more. Burnett's motor, if you watch her run up and down the floor, it never stops. Yep. She's just nonstop. Next one is good. So we have cut this thing to 3 now on the free throw line.
This is going to be a close game, all the way down to the wire. And, again, that's what you want in your 4 or 5 ball game.
Exactly. Oh, there's a baseball pass to West. West is cut off on the baseline. Christie being double teamed. Now gets it up top to Henderson. Like I said, Lady Eagles have turned up their intensity on defense, but Christie's going to let that 3 fly, and it's no good.
That's all right. It was right on, just short.
Knight with it. And baseball pass to Stewart. Stewart, nice feed to Slayton. Slayton draws the foul.
Nice.
So the Eagles have changed their approach from three-pointers to we're going to attack you inside.
Well, they're breaking the press. That's
Right.
one of the reasons why. Perryville's not able to get back on defense because they're able to break the press. But, again, this is kind of the catch-22 of Perryville. They've got to keep the pace high in this ballgame if they want to win it.
Slayton's first free throw brought to you by H&R Block is good. She'll have one more. She's cut it to 2. 2:41 left in the first half. This has been an outstanding first half here for a basketball fan.
Like I said, I hope it's just a sign of things
That's
to come
right.
for the rest of the night.
Second one's good. Now this thing went from 7 to 1.
Yep, Baptist Prep on a 6-0 run right now.
Christie to Rudolph. Back to Christie. Kicks it over to Henderson. Henderson's got a wide open look. That's a little short. West is going to save it. And it's going to be knocked out of bounds. West saved it to Wood, but Stewart knocked it out of bounds.
Worth noting as well, Kate Wood on the floor right now, a freshman getting significant playing time. She played quite a bit yesterday for Perryville.
This conference is full of outstanding freshmen playing in senior high. Henderson trying to set the offense. Wood has it now over in the corner to West. Back to Wood. Now Rudolph. Rudolph looks, and Slayton knocks it away. Good defense. It'll stay with the Lady Eagles. 31-30. Mustangs leading the board. Here it is. Henderson lets it fly short and goes out of bounds, and we're going to stay with the Mustangs.
Well, Henderson's not shy, is she? She'll let it go, won't she?
Rudolph back to Henderson. Over to West. Now they get it inside Rudolph. Free throw line. And kicks it down. Wood draws the foul. And I don't think they're going to counter shot.
They're not going to count it, but that's a fadeaway from a ninth grader on the block. Yesterday, we didn't have her on the roster. Didn't have her name, and so she was number 32. But number 32 stood out for us yesterday as well.
Here's the inbounds. Almost caught West by surprise, but she caught it. Now to Henderson. Minute and a half left here in the first half. Rudolph trying to penetrate. Now has to give it off to Henderson. Henderson going to bring it around to the corner. Here's Wood. Wood coming around the other side to Rudolph. Now on the baseline to West. Back to Rudolph. Nice give and go. Shot is no good.
Nice job getting into the soft spot. They got what they wanted, just didn't finish.
That rebound was by Stewart. Now gets it off to Yeager as we're at the 1 minute mark here in the first half. It's been a good one here to open up day 2. Slayton, Wood, good defense, knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Eagles. .52 seconds left. The Eagles will be inbounded on the baseline. It'll be Burnett with it. Burnett kicks it to Sandage. Sandage back up top to Yeager. Over to Stewart. Stewart back to Burnett. Inside Slayton. And there is a nice block by Wood, but Slayton picks up the loose ball and sticks it in.
8-0 run gets them the lead, 32-31.
Quickly down the floor, and here's the three by West. Is no good, but Rudolph gets the stick back.
Nice job by Rudolph getting herself in position there.
We're down to 20 seconds. Here's Yeager with it. 1 point lead for the Mustangs. Burnett kicks it in. Slayton down to Sandage. Whoa! Sandage has it swatted out of there by Wood.
By a freshman.
By the freshman. She did so good yesterday. She got her name applied today.
That's it.
Here's the three by Stewart, and that's way off, and it's going to go out of bounds and go to the Mustangs.
Big possession right here. Perryville get a chance to go up 3. 7.7 seconds to go. Prep going to extend the defense here. It's a dangerous thing sometimes.
I know it.
A situation like this.
Here's the inbounds to Rudolph. Rudolph quickly now gets it back to Wood. Wood breaks it, and we're going to have a foul. And that one's going to be on Josie Stewart.
That's just the fourth team foul, so they're in plenty. They're fine.
That's right.
They're fine.
They're going to kill that clock.
Kristen.
Well,
I thought it was going to go in for a second.
That is going to bring it in to the first half here. Game 1 of the 3A-5 district tournament. It's the Perryville Lady Mustangs 33, the Baptist Prep Lady Eagles 32. You're watching on the Arkansas Sports Network.
Family is your most prized possession. You want to take care of them. You want to give them the very best. And when it comes to choosing a pharmacy, you'll want someone who knows your name and understands both you and your way of life. At Rose Drug, they will take care of your family just like you were their own. They'll be someone that you can trust with the ones that you love the most. That's Rose Drug in Russellville. Call 968-1323 today. We need the help of legal services. Well, let Leah Jacobs at Heirloom Legal at 425 North Church Street in Atkins be your go-to when you are needing assistance. If you're needing a will or a trust, maybe you're helping an elder parent with Medicaid issues, or planning on opening a brand new business, maybe you have another legal need. Jacobs can help you plan your next step. That's Heirloom Legal, helping families build and protect their legacy through estate, elder, and business planning. Call 501-81.
Back here at the 3A-5 district tournament in Two Rivers, it's halftime of game 1, and boy, it's been a good one to start out day 2 of this. It is the Perryville Lady Mustangs 33 and the Baptist Prep Lady Eagles 32.
Man, what a first half it was. Definitely hit a hot streak there, especially on the Perryville side of things. Hitting a hot streak, hitting 7 threes there in the first half, whatever it was.
17 points for 3.
And so we've got a few totals here. We'll go ahead and give it to you. We got for Baptist Prep, Olivia Slayton, 17 points in the first half. Hope Burnett had 10. And then you had Josie Stewart, I think, with 3, and Maddie Sandage with 4. And then on the Perryville side of things, and Duran's dragging it over for me here, we had Cammie Christie, those 4 3-pointers that she had, 16 points. You had, looks like, Alyssa Rudolph with 8, Megan Wood with 2, and Haley Cheney Megan Wood with 3, Haley Cheney with 2. You also had Reagan Henderson with 6 and Riley Allman with 3 to round out the scoring for Perryville.
Brad, we were, like you said, Prep started up 12-5. And then the fireworks went off.
Yes, it did. It sure did. Perryville got hot from the three-point line. Cammie Christie at one point there in the first half was 4 of 4 from 3. And, everybody just kind of got in on the action there for a while. They cooled off a little bit there in the first half, but you've got a 33-32 ball game here in a 4-5 matchup of the district tournament. I don't think you can ask for much more.
And the Lady Mustangs had a 7-point lead in the second quarter, but the Lady Eagles got to the free throw line and hit 6 straight free throws, cut it to 1, and put themselves back in this.
And we'd like to remind you here at the end, if whoever wins, Adam Johnson will be down there talking to the winning coach and a couple players, so you don't want to miss that here at the end of the ball game. So we're getting ready for second half action as Perryville's going to get the ball first.
It will be Mustangs ball, and there's Rudolph with it coming across the timeline. Mustangs start out this second half with a 1-point lead. Henderson has it.
Looks like Baptist throwing a little 1-3-1 action at them.
Changing it up. It is the starting 5 for the Mustangs, and here's a steal by Knight, gets it to Burnett.
That 1-3-1 you can do exactly what they just did right there. Steals on the backside, quite a bit of them if you've got somebody running that back spot well.
They tried to get Sandage down on the baseline. Pass goes out of bounds off Sandage, and it will go over to the Lady Mustangs. Henderson coming across the timeline. And it is an extended 1-3-1. They have brought Stewart all the way up to the top. Back and forth here as Christie to Henderson. Henderson being patient.
So the thing that you got to see against this 1-3-1, Perryville's got to move the ball against it. If you're just sitting there holding, which they are right now, defense has a chance to get into place. That plays right into their hands. They've got to move the ball quicker.
And if you move it fast enough, you will hit somebody on that block wide open.
Absolutely. Backside block is very susceptible.
They get it into Christie, though, and that shot is no good. But Rudolph with the offensive board, stick back, no good. Christie goes back and draws the foul on Slayton.
I'm impressed by the ability that Perryville has of just multiple girls being able to put the ball in the basket. They've got 3 or 4 reliable kids that they know that they can put the ball in the hole. Cammie Christie's one of them.
Christie's first free throw is good. Christie's free throw is brought to you by H&R Block. She'll have one more.
H&R Block of Clarksville, Russellville, and Hot Springs.
Second one is good, and we are up to a 3-point lead now for the Lady Mustangs. Here's the press by the Mustangs. They get it to Sandage in the middle, and they kick it over to Stewart. Stewart now back up top to Knight. Knight. Stewart. Back to Knight in the corner now to Burnett. Knight's going to bring it back up top. And almost had it stolen by Rudolph. Gets it Stewart. Stewart, Slayton at the free throw line. Slayton penetrates. And we're going to have a jump ball called, and it'll stay with the Lady Eagles.
And pace has slowed down quite a bit here, Shane.
Yeah.
So we'll see if Perryville can move that pace, get it a little bit more into their advantage.
because this is the pace the Eagles
That's
would like.
it. This is Baptist Prep style right here. Set and shoot.
And they get it to Knight in the corner. Knight penetrates. Baseline jumper. Good. Nice little crossover baseline jumper there by Sydney Knight.
Knight has been pure.
And here's Henderson again, and they are, I don't know, it's almost become lethargic.
Yes.
Now,
That's what they want, though. But you know what? Perryville's doing a pretty good job moving in these weird spots in the
Right.
zone that are hard to guard.
Burnett with the board on the miss by Christie. Burnett. Nice pass inside Slayton. Slayton doesn't have anything, fires it back out to Stewart. Stewart back up top to Burnett. Burnett penetrates, and Burnett's going to draw the foul.
So 35-34 here. Perryville leading Baptist Prep. Prep throwing the ball in.
Burnett kicks it in. Sandage. Sandage up top.
Got a
Here's
guarder.
the three by Knight. No good. And Christie had it, but gets it to Allman. Here comes Henderson running.
Knight's not going to miss too many open looks like
No.
that one.
Christie in the corner. Rudolph lets that thing fly, and it's a little bit long, no good. And Allman tried to save it, but it'll go to the Lady Eagles.
Christie's got a little bit apprehensive on shooting after that quick start that she had. She needs to keep letting it fly.
Quickly down the court, Sandage gets it, breaks the press, gets it back to Stewart. Stewart, Sandage. Now they kick it inside. Slayton, spin move, nice. Shot is no good, but she falls up and sticks it in.
Nice job there by Slayton. Slayton has been dominant tonight.
Here's Henderson with it up top. Christie down on the block. McKinney drives and draws the foul on Slayton.
When you're struggling a little bit offensively, that's where you got to go, right there. Get to the free throw line.
4:41 left here in the third. 1 point lead for the Lady Eagles, and it will put Mekhi McKinney on the line here. First free throw is no good. She'll have one more free throw brought to you by H&R Block. Second free throw by McKinney, and that's good. We are tied up.
If this one doesn't come down to the last one or two possessions, I'll be stunned.
I will be too. Sandage with it. Sandage loses it, and Allman picks it up, gets it to Henderson. This is the thing that the Lady Mustangs have. It's kept them in the game is some turnovers. They have forced a few here tonight.
Yes, they have. They absolutely have, and they've been able to take advantage a little bit, especially in that second quarter. Nice job by Rudolph there. Nice pass.
Oh, you can't blow those underneath, but she's staying with it. McKinney is, and she didn't get the next one to fall. And now we're going to have a foul.
Frustration foul right there.
And that's going to be on Rudolph.
You've got to back off on those rebounds because if you're slapping and hacking, you're going to get called most of the time.
I mean, 2 point-blank shots by McKinney, and you can't fail to hit those.
Make sure you're liking the Arkansas Sports Network on Facebook and give us a sub on YouTube if you haven't already. We've got several more games here in the 3A-5 district tournament we're going to be bringing you between now and Thursday night.
Knight comes across the timeline. And here's a steal by Wood as Knight was lazy with the pass. They're going to run the fast break, 3-on-1. Layup is no good. McKinney has blown another one inside, and frustration is sitting in on her. And now McKinney's going to take a seat.
Well, here's the thing. That's a tough play for a right-handed player to come down full speed trying to make a left-handed layup. And honestly, and that was a freshman mistake, they probably should have just passed it off to the right-hand side and got their layup.
Allman's shot is blocked by Stewart inside, but Stewart gets it. Allman gets it back. Christie to Henderson. Henderson's going to reset this thing, bring it up top. 3.5 left here in the third. Gets it to Wood. Wood over to West. Back up top. Wide open look by Henderson is no good. But Henderson gets her on board, kicks it out. Christie's going to let that thing fly, and it's good. Farm credit basket. Christie.
And that's 5 of them tonight for. That's what I've said. You got even if you miss a couple when
Shooters
you're on a roll,
keep
just
shooting.
keep shooting the ball. Now, what kind of answer does Prep have?
And Burnett banks it in. The bank
There it
is
is.
open, And Hope Burnett just deposited a three-pointer. Farm credit.
A tie is what she deposited, 39-39.
So the action's picking up a little bit here. Henderson has it up top. Kicks it over to Christie. Wood on the baseline with it. Oh, errant pass as West cut in, and Wood thought she was still on the far side, and there was the turnover.
So here we are. We've played, what have we played? 21 minutes of this ball game. Got 11 minutes left in it, and 39-39.
Down inside to Allman. Allman trying to get it inside, and we're going to have a push. And that's on Slayton.
Got to be careful if you're Slayton.
Slayton's got her third now.
Very personal. That's a big one right there.
They cannot afford to lose, Slayton. Here's Christie. Christie's pass tip, but gets it to Henderson. Now Christie lets it fly. It's good. Farm credit, three-point basket, Christie.
Okay, so if you're Perryville right now, why do you come down and not let her at least touch it?
Right.
6 3-pointers in this ball game. They've got to make a way to make sure she's getting touches.
Burnett kicks it over. Stewart back over to Burnett. In the corner now, Yeager. And Yeager's going to draw the foul on Allman.
It's one of my pet peeves of high school basketball. When you've got a kid that's shooting the eyes out of it, and then you got other kids just firing it away, you got to get that kid touches, you know. You want to win the game, right?
Right. I mean, and her stats are proving it. She's hit threes. Burnett's going to let it fly, and it's long. And Burnett rebounds and gets it. Oh, the follow-up to Stewart was no good, and we're bodies on the floor. We're going to have a jump ball as Faith Upshaw and Riley Allman tied it up.
Good hustle there by Baptist Prep.
And which way are we going? We got one official going Perryville. We got one going, and it's going to stay with the Lady Eagles.
So apparently the arrow hasn't been right here. So ref saying, we're going to go ahead and call it right here. Haley Cheney checking in here for Perryville.
Here's Burnett. Burnett penetrates and draws the foul.
That's Burnett's game right there.
Boy.
I mean, get to the free throw line. Drive in, get to the free throw line. She's doing a pretty good job of that. Are they calling that on the floor?
Wow, she was shooting in my in my vision, she was shooting.
Looked like it was shooting to me, too.
Burnett's going to inbounds.
I guess it depends on when they blew for what they blew the whistle for.
Wood is knocked it away from Yeager, and now they're going to call Wood for the foul.
That's a pretty good call right there. It was a good bump. It was a bump. She bumped her into the backcourt. I think he got that one right. And, you know, she only had one foul. It's not a bad idea to try to get one there.
We're about a minute and a half left here in the third. 3-point lead for the Lady Mustangs. Burnett has it on the wing. Back over to Yeager up top. Yeager looking. Yeager.
On that back dribble there.
Upshaw. And Upshaw's going to get called for a little travel.
Maybe a carry. I would have called that, maybe. It was a hezzy dribble.
It was. So 3-point lead for the Lady Mustangs over the Lady Eagles from Baptist Prep as we're winding down here in the third. West. Christie. Back over to Henderson. Henderson cross court. West quickly to Christie, and we're going to have a foul, and that is going to be on Josie Stewart.
So as much as you're Perryville and you might want Tammy Christie to shoot it, you're Baptist, you don't want her shooting it.
Right. West has it. West going to bring it over to the other side, hand it off to Henderson. Back over to Christie. West. Christie going to let it fly, and it's short. But West runs it down. Good hustle by West, and here's the three by Henderson. No good. And here's another offensive board by Wood, and Wood's shot is no good, but she will go to the line.
Is that Stewart again? It is. So she's back to three.
Yep. First free throw is good. She'll have one more H&R block free throw here. Chance to put this thing up to 5. Second free throw by Wood is good. And we're going to have a timeout here. And it's going to be a full timeout. So with that, we'll take a break. You're watching 3A-5 District Tournament on the Arkansas Sports Network. Back here at the 3A-5 District Tournament in Two Rivers, it is 44-39. Lady Mustangs from Perryville lead the Lady Eagles from Baptist Prep, and it will be Eagles ball.
And so next game, we've got Perryville and Jessieville 4-5 ball game. And I'll bet you it's going to be just like this one.
That I'm anticipating a good one there. Knight with it up top, kicks it into corner to Burnett. Knight back up top.
Baptist had to pull Stewart out after 2 straight fouls there real quick.
So they don't have Slayton or Stewart in. Bennett, nice pass inside Sandage, and that is how the bigs work. Get the bucket.
Great execution there by Baptist Prep.
We're down to 5 seconds,
Whoa!
And Henderson lets it fly a little bit early. 2 seconds, Wood, and that's going to bring it into the third quarter. It is Perryville 44, Baptist Prep 41. You're watching the 3A-5 District Tournament on the Arkansas Sports Network.
Farm Credit supports rural communities and agriculture with reliable, consistent credit and financial services in good times and bad. We provide loans to farmers and ranchers, farmer-owned cooperatives, rural homebuyers, agribusinesses, and rural infrastructure providers. As cooperatives, we're locally owned and governed. We help agricultural producers feed the world. For America's farmers, Farm Credit, supporting rural communities and agriculture. Learn more today.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Back here at Two Rivers, Arkansas, 3A-5 District Tournament, opening game of day 2, and this is the day that the tickets are punched to the regional. And, boy, we've had a good one here for game 1. We start out this final quarter play, Mustangs leading 44-41.
Been a fun one. Been a lot of fun to call this ball game.
Rudolph has it on the wing, gets it down low to McKinney. McKinney has struggled so bad underneath here. But here's a steal by Rudolph and draws the foul as the Eagles were just careless with the rebound.
Sometimes you have just one of those games, you know. You just have one of those games right now. McKinney's having one of those, but our team's still up by 3.
That's right.
At the line for a chance to get a 2-possession lead.
Rudolph hits the first free throw, brought to you by H&R Block. She'll have one more. Rudolph's second, good. And we are up to a 5-point lead, 46-41. Knight comes across the timeline. Rudolph picks her up. Now Rudolph sinks back in. That's Stewart with it in the corner. Slayton is now back in with Stewart. Both of them have 3 fouls here. Knight kicks it over to Burnett. Inside Slayton. Kicks it out to Knight. Knight back over to Burnett. Burnett lets that thing fly. No good. Sandage fighting for it. And what a save, but it's going to be picked off on the save. And here comes the Mustangs. Henderson all the way down. Runner is no good. And Sandage, wow, how was that not a foul? But
they got it.
They got it on the second time.
Yeah. And I will say, for McKinney down here, she got the steal. She brings the energy there. It just those layups and stuff, they just hadn't fell for her tonight.
One of those, it's one. As a player, you have those nights.
You do, absolutely.
Knight going to set the offense. Kicks it over to Sandage. Sandage back up top to Burnett. Quickly over to Stewart. Stewart, free throw line, Slayton. Slayton throws it away as she threw it behind Sandage. And every possession is very important in this quarter.
Yeah, oh yeah, they're getting down to a point here that
tensions are going to start tightening up.
Yeah, those become pretty costly. Pace of this game has slowed considerably from what it was.
Here's Christie with it. Christie to Rudolph. Kicks it over now. Henderson. Inside nice Rudolph. Christie. Shot no good. And they're fighting for it. Christie keeps it. And she gets the stick back.
So I love what they're doing against this 1-3-1. Rudolph and Christie are cutting into spots that it's just not easy to guard out of that 1-3-1, and it's causing havoc.
Stewart with it. Kicks it in to Sandage, but it's knocked away, and there's a save. And it's going to be knocked out of bounds by Slayton, and it'll stay with the Mustangs.
And again, it's McKinney flashing there, making that play.
You know, as a player, if you're not hitting shots, you try to make up for it in other spots.
That's it, and she's doing that very thing.
Here's Christie. Christie going to go all the way into the lane. Ooh, almost a little hesitation dribble. And the shot by McKinney is good.
Sometimes you just got to see it fall through the hole. That's what just happened.
McKinney pushes it up to a 7-point lead, and the Eagles are going to take a full timeout. You're watching 3A-5 District Tournament on the Arkansas Sports Network.
We got a Farm Credit 3-point update. Perryville has been letting it fly tonight. 9 of 19. If you're going to hit that many, you might as well.
Right.
On Baptist Prep side, it's 4 of 7. So they've
Not
shot
bad.
it well. They've shot it well.
You could say Baptist Prep very selective with their opportunities, but there's nothing selective about Perryville. They're letting that thing go.
And they should. I mean, you've got what?
You've got one
Christie
girl,
with
yeah.
6. I mean, and you can tell they have the ability to do that.
So it will be Lady Eagles coming across the timeline here. That is Knight with it to Sandage. Stewart now gets it down to Burnett. Burnett's going to turn it over as once again there's our girl McKinney making the steal. Henderson now to Rudolph. Inside, Rudolph kicks it out. Allman in the corner. And there's going to be a foul. Oh, no. Timeout.
That's a smart timeout right there by Coach Den. They just didn't look – they looked a little out of sorts right there on that possession. Let's just stay right here.
Okay.
But, they looked a little bit out of sorts on that possession against that 1-3-1. And right now every possession, like you said, is very important with 5:09 to play. And so I think it was a very smart timeout there by Coach Troy Den.
Brad, we're looking forward to our game 2. It's going to be the 4-5 in the boys. It's going to be the Perryville Mustangs and the Jessieville Lions.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to that ball game. Alex Futch, probably maybe the best player in the conference. I'm not sure. Noah Futch. might be the best player in the conference. I don't know. There's some guys.
Right.
There's definitely some guys out there that can argue that, but he's one of the more exciting players.
Right.
We actually called a ball game where Dover and Jessieville went 5 overtimes. Futch had 38 points that night.
There's the inbounds real quick as Allman cut to the bucket. Nice feed by Rudolph, and this thing is an 11-point lead now. And there's a block by Allman as she does it on both ends. Henderson comes away with it.
Perryville taking control of this ball game right now.
Henderson kicks it over to Rudolph.
Prep has got to do something to change the momentum at this point.
Christie kicks it over to Henderson. Henderson to Christie. Down on the block, McKinney. McKinney has it stolen by Slayton. And Slayton needs help. And it's going to be a jump ball as, boy, the Lady Eagles just bailed on Slayton. They didn't help her.
Boy, Perryville really turned that pressure up
Right.
down there, did they not? I mean, I'm not going to say they fouled right there, but I'm surprised they didn't get called for one, you know.
Boy, the Eagles are looking a little shaky right now here in the fourth. Slayton, here's a three by Knight, and it is good. Big bucket there.
That was big, huge
by
one.
Knight. Farm Credit three-pointer, and it's down to 8.
That was a huge one there for Baptist Prep. They needed that one bad. And, again, they got to do something to change the momentum of this ball game, and hitting a three will help, but not there. That's not going to help there.
There's an inside bucket once again, Riley Allman.
Great pass there, great entry pass to Allman.
Burnett quickly down the floor, draws the foul.
Again, Burnett doing the thing that she does the best, I think. Watch her slash, go to the basket, get to the free throw line.
Let me give you a little story about Hope Burnett. Last year when she came to Atkins as a junior against the Red Devils, Ashton Dillard, who was a senior last year, went over 1,000 in that game. But Hope Burnett also went over 1,000 in her junior year.
Wow. She's had quite a career there for Baptist Prep.
She hits her first free throw. The second one brought to you by H&R Block. And it's good. Back to an 8-point deficit for the Lady Eagles. And, boy, they're turning up the press now. Here we go.
They've got to do it. But does this play into the hands of Perryville?
Henderson almost lost control of it. Gets it to McKinney. McKinney cut off at the baseline. And now she's going to be tied up. Jump ball. And it's going to stay with the Eagles.
See, McKinney had a better path to the basket the first
Right.
time, and she pulled it out and then went back at it, and they tied her up. Luckily enough for Perryville, it stays with Perryville.
3.5 left in the contest. Rudolph. Boy, if you're the Mustangs, you could be as selective as you want right now.
Just got to be able to handle the pressure.
Right, it's coming.
Well, they have definitely turned the defense up. They're definitely turning the pressure up, but right now they're doing a good job of holding the ball and running some clock.
Oh, almost there. As you saw, Knight thought about it. Here's Henderson with it. Now to Christie. Gets it inside McKinney, but Allman picks up the tip pass. Count it, and she'll go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play.
And that might just show you that it's just Perryville's night right there, because that one should have been picked off.
Right.
Somehow ends up in the hands of Perryville. Not only does it end up in the hands of them, they get a chance for a three-point play because of it.
Riley Allman, H&R Block free throw is good, and it puts it to an 11-point lead again. We're 3 minutes left in the contest. And there's an errant pass, and it's stolen by Christie. Christie all the way down. Layup is good.
Perryville taking control. This looks to be a really going to be a tough deficit here.
Burnett gets the three, and we have a quick timeout by the Eagles.
Woo! Burnett says, not so fast.
It's going to be a full timeout. So with that, we'll take a break. You're watching 3A-5 District Tournament on the Arkansas Sports Network. back here at the 3A-5 district tournament. We're 2.5 left in the game. It is a 10-point lead for the Lady Mustangs, and here's the press being applied, but the Mustangs break it as West gets it across the timeline.
Right now it's just Perryville. Can they handle the pressure and make free throws?
Right, and here's their first opportunity.
And that's Slayton's fourth, by the way.
Right. Olivia Slayton will send Riley Allman to the line. It will be a 1-and-1.
So right now, Perryville's done a good job at the free throw line, 9 of 12 so far. Allman at the line in front end of a 1-and-1. They missed it, though.
Slayton with the board. And here we go. We're probably going to see some threes fly for sure now. Burnett, there's one from downtown. It's in and out. No good. And Rudolph battling with Slayton, and they're going to get the jump ball call right there. It'll stay with the Eagles.
Prep needs a three really bad on this possession. Cut that lead back down to 7 with 1.
Stewart. Yeager has it. Back to Stewart. Stewart's three from the top is good. Farm Credit basket by Josie Stewart.
They needed that one bad.
And we're going to have a timeout by the Eagles with that. It's 59-52. Perryville, you're watching on the Arkansas Sports Network.
Farm Credit supports rural communities and agriculture with reliable, consistent credit and financial services in good times and bad. We provide loans to farmers and ranchers, farmer-owned cooperatives, rural homebuyers, agribusinesses, and rural infrastructure providers. As cooperatives, we're locally owned and governed. We help agricultural producers feed the world. For America's farmers, Farm Credit supporting rural communities and agriculture. Learn more today.
Gen Z is a stalled generation. The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
All right, here's the inbounds. Mustangs get it in. Here's Henderson with it. Henderson being harassed by Upshaw, and we're going to have a foul on Upshaw.
2 hands on her. Got to get 2 hands off over there. 2 minutes left. It's going to be, if Perryville makes their free throws, they're going to win this ball game, but they got to make them.
Right. It's the story of any good game. Hit them at the end.
H&R Block free throw update for Perryville, 9 of 13 from the line.
And it will be Reagan Henderson at the line. First free throw is in and out, no good. But there's a huge board by Rudolph and the stick back.
That's
what a dagger.
That's a killer right there.
Wow. Quickly down the floor is Yeager. Yeager is.
They're going to call a foul on Rudolph right there.
There's a foul on Rudolph, so it will put the Eagles on the line.
I'd like to remind you, we got possibly Coach Troy Den with Adam Johnston after the ball game. The game not quite over yet, 61-52. Baptist Prep needs some free throws right here.
It will be Blair Yeager at the line for the Lady Eagles as Sandage and Upshaw will check in. Slayton and Knott will come out.
Perryville 1 minute and 49 seconds away from advancing to regional.
Oh. Yeager's free throw banks it in. When in doubt, use the board.
Punching that third spot, which will leave an Atkins-Dover possibility for the 4th spot in that regional.
Second one by Yeager is no good, and we're going to have a foul on Burnett, and that's going to put Rudolph on the line.
And probably something that they don't talk about a lot on Rudolph. She blocked her out. You see how far back she pushed her? And, using that skinny body as she does, that was a great job by Rudolph there.
And, really, that's not a bad foul by Burnett because Mustangs are struggling at the line right now.
Absolutely, but you got to keep them off the board if they do miss that front end of the 1-1. Of course, they're at 2 now, so it's a 2-shot foul.
Alyssa Rudolph, she'll be at the line. H&R Block free throws here with 1:48 left. First one is no good.
Leaving the door open.
Wow.
Leaving the door open.
Plenty of time left in this contest.
So just one free throw here makes it 9. They go down here and get a 3. You're a 2-possession ball game.
Second one by Rudolph is good.
So here, again, that first miss is a tough one.
Right. Burnett. Knott lets it fly. No good off the back. And it's going to be
a big miss right there.
Big rebound by Rudolph. Gets it to McKinney. And McKinney's going to be fouled.
So, again, here you go. If you make one, you're at a 10-point game. A 3 makes it a 3-possession game still. But 2 misses here and a 3 makes it a 2-possession game. That's a huge difference.
And here's McKinney at the line, and what a struggle day for her. But what does she do? She walks up calmly, sinks the first one.
Well, and again, you got to point out that defensively she's been there.
Well, she's been good. She will have one more H&R block free throw here, and it is no good off the back. 10-point lead right now for the Mustangs. Burnett lets it fly, and it is good.
Boom.
Farm credit basket. Three-pointer.
Got to love the toughness.
Oh,
nice
they didn't get back, and Allman hits the – oh, my word. Allman missed the layup, but then the Eagles threw it away. But Burnett – it stole it, and it gets it down to Stewart. Layup is in.
What a sequence
it's
right
5
there.
points. And they forgot about Allman again. Allman, layup, good.
My goodness, what a sequence that was.
How are you forgetting about Riley Allman back here 2 times in a row? Here's a 3 by Knott. It is no good. Allman with the board, and she'll be fouled.
Oh, wow.
One time I can understand to forget about a girl, but 2 possessions?
Right. Unbelievable, unbelievable.
What a wild exchange right there. But now Riley Allman will find herself at the line with 47 seconds left.
So even still, door's still open just a little bit, but the 3 is just going to have to start falling.
First one is good.
Falling quick.
She'll have one more H&R block free throw here, 66-58. Trying to put this thing to a 3-possession, and she does.
3 3-pointers.
Yeager quickly down, kicks it over, and Stewart tried to let it fly, and Yeager has it, gets it to Knott. Knott lets it fly, no good. Stewart's going to be fouled by Henderson.
Nice job by Stewart to put herself in a position to get to the free throw line. You almost need a 3, though, even so.
You do.
Baptist Prep they're not quitting, though.
Josie Stewart at the line. First free throw is good. As West will now check in for McKinney.
It's been a great ball game.
It really has. Entertaining. Yeah, we've had a little bit of everything. Second one is good. 67-60. 34 seconds left. And here's a steal. And the bucket is good by Knott.
Can't close the door on them just yet.
And there's a foul on Stewart as she fouled Allman.
5-point ball game here. And again, these free throws are massive. Massive free throws.
Right there, Josie Stewart will foul out. But she's had a good game.
Well, at this point, not a lot you can do. You just got to stop the clock. Get the ball back.
And Stewart is a senior for the Lady Eagles. Allman's first free throw is good.
Step up hitting that free throw. That was big.
One more H&R block free throw by Riley Allman, and it is good. Hits them both, puts it back to 7. Quickly down the floor is Yeager. Yeager, and there's almost a turnover, but Yeager runs it down. Burnett's going to let it fly. Nothing shy about it, and it's good.
You got to give her the ball.
And you got to foul quick now as you trail by 4.
So the thing was right there, Burnett's calling for the ball. Get it to me, get it to me. They finally get it to her. She sinks the 3, but it just took so much time to do it.
10 seconds left, and you're putting Alyssa Rudolph at the line.
And right now it's just about in the books. By the time you get it down, shoot a shot, I mean, it's just about over.
There's the first one is good.
70-65. I mean, what a way to open it up, man.
Y'all didn't hit 70 in game one yesterday, did you?
Well, it was a couple games we didn't combine for 70.
Second one is good. And here comes
got to let it go.
Lady Eagles.
Quick.
Boy, they're
too much time.
And there's the shot. It's going to be a foul.
Even so, too much time.
That foul's on Almond.
So you had to have a 3. You had to have a steal to really make this even possible.
Riley Almond just fouled out, but boy, what a game by Riley Almond.
Almond had a really good game tonight. Trying to get her totals here. She had 15 points tonight.
She did good inside. She played well. And the first free throw was missed by Yeager. Second one is good. 4 seconds left, and they're going to keep fouling.
Well, it's hard as an athlete to just say it's over.
Yeah. And that's going to put Wood at the line.
So Adam Johnson's going to have Troy Den here, a couple players. We're going to go, once the game's over, we'll go to a quick break, and then we'll throw it down to them.
Okay. Wood, the ninth grader, at the line. She was just 32 yesterday, but she played well.
She gets her name
She
in the
gets her
books.
name, and there's the miss. And that's going to bring it in to an exciting first ball game. But the Perryville Lady Mustangs punch that ticket to Lamar next week in the regionals, and they earn a game against Lamar tomorrow at 4 o'clock.
It'll be a fun one. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll have Coach Troy Den and a couple players. You're watching the 3A-5 district tournament right here on the Arkansas Sports Network.
Farm Credit supports rural communities and agriculture with reliable, consistent credit and financial services in good times and bad. We provide loans to farmers and ranchers, farmer-owned cooperatives, rural homebuyers, agribusinesses, and rural infrastructure providers. As cooperatives, we're locally owned and governed. We help agricultural producers feed the world. For America's farmers, Farm Credit, supporting rural communities and agriculture. Learn more today.
It's one of those you play in.
We've got Adam Johnson down on the floor as he's got Troy Den and Cammie Christie.
Yes, sir, that's right. Here with Troy Den, Cammie Christie. Congrats on the victory today. You guys punch your ticket to the regional tournament. How does it feel?
Feels good. Not easy. We don't make everything very easy, but it feels good to be there.
Yeah, no doubt. That first half, I think that was probably the best first half I've watched all season long, just from a viewer standpoint. A lot of back and forth action. What were you able to do in the second half to kind of pull away for a little bit there in that third quarter?
I thought defensively we kind of settled down. Early we just got in a little foul trouble. It seemed like every time they drive to the basket we wouldn't get in position. We'd get some little cheap foul and put them on the foul line a lot. I thought the difference in the second half was they didn't have as many free throws, which I think allowed us to pull away a little bit.
Yeah, you guys were awesome from the three-point line, especially you, Cammie. You started the game 4 for 4 from the three-point line, absolutely on fire. How were you able to get in that rhythm to start the game?
Well, I'm a very streaky player, I'm going to be honest. But once I'm feeling it, just feed me the ball. I guess I'll pop it whenever.
I'll let you take us out. Okay.
You guys play Lamar tomorrow. What do you think about it?
I think if we go out there with a bang and just hustle as hard as we can like we did tonight, I think we'll make it a close game.
Absolutely. Good luck the rest of the way. Back to you guys up top.
All right. That's going to wrap up game one here. Thank you, Adam, for that report there. And, Brad, I hope game 2 is just as exciting because we set the table with game 1.
Boy, I tell you what, I think we've got another good one coming our way. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to let you and Duran take this one over.
All right.
It's been a good one, and what a way to open up 3A-5 District Day number 2.
All right, with that, we'll take a break and come back and get you ready for what we hope is an exciting boys game between the 4 and the 5, Jessieville and Perryville. You're watching the 3A-5 District Tournament on the Arkansas Sports Network.
I guess.